Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahabhiryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Paramananda Madhavam. Okay. So before we start with the discourse, I just wanted to take a few moments to give the vision of the retreat. This year's retreat is called Blessed to be a Bhakta. So this year is just focusing on what it means to be a devotee and how it's truly a blessing in our lives. And the way this will work is in the mornings, your sessions will start with yoga, and then we will have our morning satsang. Our morning satsang will require this book that you have here. And for Blessed to be a Bhakta, we're going to take it up with the Gita Panchamrit. I don't know if you've heard about the Gita Panchamrit, but Puja Guruji and Puja Swamiji have put together 5 verses, the essence of the Gita. And we're going to unfold Bhakti and Bhakta through those 5 verses in the morning sessions. After that, you'll use your Woman Seeker book and you will go into different groups and read and reflect on the life of Sant Janabai. And that's why Sant Janabai is in all of our posters, because this year she is the theme. We're celebrating her. After that, you'll have some nice workshops. And therefore, another book is given to you this year. It's called Burning Women Myths. You would have all gotten this book. It's a really nice book. This is by Swami Swaroopananda and the Yuvavirs. And they've taken some things about women's life, like sati, like chanting for women, like birth of a girl child, all different kinds of concepts. 11, 12 topics are there. And they've explained how it is and what it means for a woman. So what does birth mean for a woman? What does marriage mean for a woman? Can a woman perform last rites? Can a woman attain moksha? Can a woman go to temple during her period? All kinds of questions are answered in these books. And during the workshop sessions, we have Brahmacharini Sandhyaji, Brahmacharini Stutiji, Brahmacharini Jyotiji. They'll take these workshops up for you. They have selected themes. After that, you'll also get to learn a new Panchakam. This time it's Lalita Panchakam. That is in your book. That Brahmacharini Jyotiji will teach. Then, of course, we have lunch. And after lunch, we have some discussion groups and storytelling sessions planned. And then we also have creative workshops. So we don't want to just talk about bhakti, but we want to really feel what bhakti is. So Nirmitaji, Medhaji, Sandhyaji, they will be doing some really nice creative movement workshops where we'll get to learn and sing the songs of devotees. Then after that, we will have some nice bhajans by you all, and Brahmacharini Stutiji will also lead us in some beautiful bhajans, and they're found in the book, so it'll be easy to follow along. Then Brahmacharini Akalkaji will take the evening satsangs, really bringing out bhakti in the compositions of these women saints. And then, of course, the night is going to be quite informal and fun. All kinds of surprises are there for everybody. But that's how the day will flow. And that's what we have this year. Right? So, without further ado, we'll start on our first topic, which is Gita Pancharatnam. For this, I'd like to, for you to turn your books to page 13. This Gita Panchamrit, many times we chant the Gita, but this is also something that can be sung. These 5 verses can be sung. And when Puja Swami Swaroopananda was in New Jersey, one Sevika by the name of Anjana Ji sang, and it's a very, very beautiful tune. And when we were in Flint, we did this tune for Gita Panchamrit. So I'm going to request our team here to sing the Gita Panchamrit. You can listen this time, and then next time when we sing in the future, you can sing with them. Okay? They'll be singing all 5 verses, so you can see the verses in your books. Kanna, 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 Atmanam, Natmanam avasare, Atmaiva Atmano bandhu, Atmaiva Puratmanaha, Narayana Madhusudana, Karmanyevadhikaraste, Ma phaleshu kadachana, Ma karma phalaheturbuhu, Ma te sangostva karmani, Narayana Madhusudana, Yat karoshi yadashnasi, Yat juhoshi gadasi yat, Yat tapasyasi kaunteya, Tat kurushva madarpanam, Narayana Madhusudana, Ananyashrintayanto mam, Ye janah paryupasate, Tesham nityabhiyuktanam, Yogakshemam vahamyaham, Narayana So by the end of the retreat, hopefully we'll have all of these verses memorized. Because that's what Guruji and Puja Swamiji want us to do. Huh? So we're going to start with, what is bhakti? I'm blessed to be a bhakta. What is bhakti? We hear the word bhakti all the time. Bhakti means devotion, but what is devotion? Bhakti means that love which is dedicated towards the higher. And that's why we hear Matra Bhakti, Pitra Bhakti, Desh Bhakti, Bhagavad-gītā. Whenever it's love directed towards the higher, that's called bhakti. But what makes someone higher? Why is a mother or a father higher? Why is a country higher? Because they make us expand our love. When somebody makes us expand our love, that person takes us higher. And love for that person is bhakti. Loving our mother and our father. We first think that our family is so small. We have 1 or 2 siblings and it's just mom and dad and that's it. But when we have a mother and father and they say we're calling our whole family to come home for Thanksgiving, for Deepavali, for New Year's, then what happens? We have to share our rooms. And nobody likes to share. We have to share our rooms. We have to share our things. We have to make space for everybody. But they do it so naturally. Like it doesn't even hurt them. It doesn't even make them tight. It doesn't do anything to them. It doesn't affect them. For us, we might feel uncomfortable. But our parents just make everybody one. They'll say, this is your auntie, this is your uncle. Mom, I've never met this guy my whole life. Like, how's my uncle? He's your uncle. This is your cousin. That's your cousin. That's your cousin. And the next thing you know, the whole house is full of people who we don't know, but they're called family. And our parents do that. They make us open our arms. They make us embrace everybody and say, this is your family. And this is what you have to do. Accommodate everybody. And that's why love towards the mother is Matra Bhakti. Because she makes you love so many people. Love towards the father is Pitra Bhakti. And what to talk about when we love the country, Desha Bhakti. When we love Bharat Mata, we love every single aspect of Bharat Mata. We love her rivers, her trees, her lands, her languages, her food, her culture. Every single thing about her we love. We love people from all over Bharat, north, south, west, east, northeast. All over we love because we love Bharat Mata. And our love becomes so expansive. When we love Guru, Guru makes our love so expansive. I remember when I was serving in Chennai, and Swamiji's rule is, whatever you bring to eat, you have to bring for everybody. Anytime you buy anything, you have to buy for everybody. So sometimes I just wanted some biscuits or something like that. And I would be like, Swamiji, this biscuit is for you. Really, but it was for me. I really wanted to eat that biscuit. But Swamiji, this is for you and this is for everybody else so that I could eat the biscuit. But the point is, he made us like that. He made it so ingrained in our minds that you would never do anything without thinking about somebody else. Even if you have to put your suitcase in the car, are you sure everybody else has room that you brought such a bag like that? He will make you think like that. And when you love somebody like that, they make you so expansive. It's bhakti. And when we love Bhagavan, what to talk about Bhagavan? Loving Bhagavan makes us expansive because Bhagavan is in and through every single being. Ota Prota. He's in the open wharf of everything. She is in everything. Devi is in everything. So that love towards the higher is called Bhakti. And the one who has that love is called Bhakta. But now, how do we become Bhaktas? If we want to become expansive in such a way that we love everybody, every single being, even those who we think we could never ever love, we learn to love. How do we do that? The first step is fly. F-L-Y. What's F-L-Y? First, love yourself. We have to first love ourselves. It might seem like it's selfish, but this is not selfish. This is called self-care. And there's a difference. Selfishness means I'm just going to do whatever I feel like doing because I want to do it when I want to do it. I want to go where I want to go just because I feel like going there. Self-care is when I take care of my body, mind, and intellect so I can serve others better. Because if we really want to love somebody, what's the best way to love somebody? Improve yourself. Because when I improve myself, I can love you better. When I'm more fit to serve, I can serve you better. When my mind is more peaceful and calm, I can interact with you better. When my intellect is clearer and sharper, I can make clearer decisions. So if we don't take time to love ourselves in terms of self-care, wherein we are taking some time to nurture our body, mind, and intellect so that we can give to others, if we don't do that, it's going to be difficult to love. It's going to be difficult to love because we're so preoccupied on our own self. The opposite happens. We're so preoccupied on what's happening to our body, what's happening to our mind, what's happening to our intellect. When we're so preoccupied with our own selves, we cannot love others. But when the body is fit, because we're doing seva, when the mind is peaceful, because we're doing sadhana, when the intellect is sharp, because we're doing swadhyaya, then it's so easy to love others because our attention is not on this. Our attention is what is happening now. It's on what is happening now. It's on the person who's right in front of us now. What do they need? How are they feeling? What can we do to help? That's why first love yourself. So the first step to bhakti is loving ourselves. Now, how to love ourselves? So this is now the first verse of the Gita Panchamrit. I'll chant and then you repeat after me. Uddharedatmanatmanam Natmanam avasadayet Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Page 14. Together. Uddharet natmanatmanam Natmanam avasadayet Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. So the way we love ourselves is to lift ourselves. Uddharet atmanatmanam means lift yourself by yourself. Na atmanam avasadayet. And having lifted oneself, don't lower oneself. Atmaiva hi atmano bandhuhu. The mind is one's best friend. Atmaiva ripur atmanaha. The mind is one's own enemy. Okay? So we'll see this word lifting first, right? So lift, when you think about the word lift, what do you think about? pulling yourself up, right? I think of I have to call a lift, like I have to call a lift, right? But really, it's pulling ourselves up, right? When you eat, you take the spoon and you lift it. Or you use your hands and you lift your hands. When a mother carries her child, she has to lift her child, right? Any movement that is going from the bottom to the top is a lift, right? Don't ask me about the elevator. They call it lift, but it also goes the other way. I don't know why, but generally lift is always going from down to up. And the beautiful thing about the lift is anybody can take a lift, but we have to lift our own selves up at the end of the day because there's a limitation to assistance. We might think that people can lift us up, keep our spirits up all the time. But at the end of the day, we have to walk alone. You know, in the airport, many of us were in the airport today, right? The air controller is there helping the airplane while it's taxiing. But after that, liftoff, it's on its own, right? When you do something, when you eat, somebody can bring you food in front of you. But can they eat for you? Gurudev used to joke, Don't tell your friend, I'll eat, don't worry. If you're hungry, I'll eat dosa for you and you'll be full. It doesn't work like that. Somebody brings food right in front of you. Who has to put that food in the mouth? We do. If we're sick, a doctor will give us medicines and they'll prescribe and somebody will even buy the medicines for us. Who has to take? We do. So at the end of the day, we have to do it by ourselves. We can be close friends with people. We can be family and pals with people. But we have to do it on our own. And there's different kinds of lifts. The first lift we'll talk about is a physical lift. Physical lift is sometimes there are times when we cannot get up. Physically, we cannot get up. We're just bogged down. We're lying down. Arjuna, on the battlefield, he was paralyzed. He couldn't get up. Even heroes like Arjuna break down. There's this lady, her name is Arunima Sinha. Anybody heard of her? Now, she is one of my role models. She's a national volleyball player, okay, in Bharat. This happened a few years ago. And she was traveling on train by herself. And she wore a gold chain. Okay, I think her mother had given her a gold chain. She wore it. Now, few guys on the train harassed her, wanted to take her chain away. Now, she's an athlete. So she fought back. She fought back. They pushed her off the train. She lay down on the tracks, physically lay down on the tracks. 49 trains ran over her legs. I kid you not. You should watch her video. 49 trains. She was there the whole night long. She didn't even know, but she lost one of her legs. She didn't even know. She was wearing jeans. She tried to lift her leg up. She couldn't even walk. Finally, she said the rats were even chewing on her body. Finally, people came and they brought her to the hospital. Now, there's no anesthesia. They asked her, Arunima, what should we do? She said, you do what you have to do. But I want to walk again. So they worked on her. They performed surgery on her. They amputated one of her legs. So one leg was amputated. The other leg had a rod. They put a rod on the other leg. And they told her, you have to be on a wheelchair now. Now, she didn't even want to ride on the wheelchair. She wanted to teach herself how to walk. Okay? So she was teaching herself how to walk. Now imagine you're coming out of this pain. Can you just imagine 49 trains running over your legs? That physical pain. We think we've been through physical pain. She's been through so much physical pain. Her leg, one leg amputated, the other one with a rod. She's sitting down there. You know what's in her mind? She wants to climb Mount Everest. This is in her mind. And everybody's telling her, Arunima, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. How can you climb Mount Everest? Did you see your condition? So she goes and she writes to this lady, the first Indian woman to climb Everest. She wrote to her. She said, this is my condition, but I want to climb Everest. You know what that lady wrote back to her? Said, Arunima, if this is your spirit, you've already climbed Everest. It just has to happen. You've already climbed it. So she trained herself to walk again. And with the help of a coach, she was able to climb Mount Everest. She is the first woman amputee to climb Mount Everest. And as she was climbing up, it was getting harder because, when you climb up, the air is so thin. That her coach asked her, do you still want to go? She said, I will go. And I will go to the top and I will spread my flag of Bharat and show everybody that if you have a dream, you better go pursue it. Because if I could do it, you can do it. And she did that. She went all the way to the top and she put that flag out there and she lifted herself. This is what you call a lift. So sometimes we feel that way. We feel weak. We feel like we can't get up. We feel like we don't want to get out of bed. You think about women like Arunima Sinha. What would happen if she gave up? She lifted herself by herself. So the first lift is a lift from pain to persistence. Yeah, sometimes I know it's tough. In a woman's age and stage, her body changes so many times. Yeah? When we have our period sometimes, then stomach cramps. Difficult. Lift yourself. Giving birth. After that, oh my goodness, that's very painful. After that, your whole body is hurting like anything. Lift yourself. You come to Kalaratri stage, menopause. No sleep. Hot flashes, night sweat, everything. Lift yourself. Lift yourself. And we come to a stage where we're much older. We can't walk as fast anymore. It takes so long to just wear our shoes. It's okay. Lift yourself. Because at the end of the day, we are by ourselves. We are by ourselves. And the more independent we can be, the easier it will be in life. So from pain to persistence. Now the second lift is an emotional one. An emotional one. Now we're in this realm of technology, right? So there's instant communication. Yes? Anything that you want to send, you can send it in 2 seconds, 3 seconds. You want to have a call with your relative in another country, you can have a video chat. I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, we had to get a phone card and then the phone card and then say, hello, hello, for like 5 minutes. Can you hear me? Can I hear you? Can you hear me? Your phone card is up. You didn't even get to talk, right? But now everything is instant. Instant, instant, instant. But let's make one thing clear. Instant communication does not mean instant reaction. Pause. Take time. The emotional lift is move from reacting to responding. Move from reacting to responding. So what if things are coming quicker to us? We don't have to react all the time right away. It's okay. Set some boundaries, set some time, set some space. When we feel like so overwhelmed and that we have to react to everything right away, we don't tend to do the right thing. But when we just pause, just take some time to think about it. Just pause, take a moment, and then respond. It's so much more full, so much more peaceful, so much more whole and beautiful. I remember there was this one clip I saw of a movie, and it really, really touched me. And it was this mother, and she was holding a baby, her baby girl. And her baby girl was crying and crying and crying. And she kept saying, it's painful, it's painful, it's painful. She kept saying that. She was crying. And the husband came home. But she wouldn't stop crying. The child wouldn't stop crying. She kept saying, it's painful, it's painful, it's painful. So the husband said to the wife, what did you do again? Why didn't you take care of her? Didn't you do this for her? Didn't you do that for her? He got upset because she was crying so much. But the mother kept her cool. She kept her calm. She just was very, very peaceful. Finally, the father said, where did you get hurt? Show me. And the child pointed to the mother's hand and said, here, it's painful here. The child didn't get hurt. The mother got hurt. The child was crying because the mother got hurt. But the father couldn't understand. He just yelled, he just screamed, he just reacted. Right? But she just kept her cool. She kept her cool. She said, it's okay. That changed the whole perspective. After he recognized that, he felt so bad and he apologized. Now, can you imagine if she also raised her voice and she also did something and she also did some other thing? Right? There's a strength in silence also. We think, sometimes as women, we have to be loud to show that we are strong. We have to raise our voice. We have to say all of these things. We have to make everything so obvious to say we're so strong. But sometimes strength is found in silence. There's something in silence that helps us respond from a better place. I told our Bhagavad-gītā class this story, but this is very, very beautiful also. It makes me think of strength. The wind was jealous of the sun. Yeah? Wind was jealous of the sun. Okay, why? Everybody's praising the sun. Nobody's praising the wind. So the wind said, sun, let's have a competition. The sun said, I don't want to have any competition. I'm fine. The wind said, no, let's have. Sun said, okay, fine, whatever. So the wind said, you see that guy right there? He's wearing a jacket. Whoever takes it off of him first wins. So what did the wind do? Huffing, puffing, huffing, puffing, huffing, puffing to take that jacket off the guy. What did he do? Held on. He's like, nobody's taking off my jacket. I paid, $125. I did get that Gucci bag, and I did get that Gucci jacket. I got it. The sun was looking. The sun just kept quiet, didn't react. So the wind said, "Batao, now you do it." The sun said, "Okay, if you insist." What did the sun do? Nothing. It was shining. It was just shining, shining, shining. It became so hot. So hot. This guy said, "I'm taking off this jacket right now." And that's it. The sun didn't make any noise. The sun didn't say, "In your face," nothing. Sun just shined. You see this? This is called a lift. We don't always have to be loud. We don't always have to be instant. We don't always have to be obvious and known. There's something very beautiful about being silent and unknown and being able to respond to what's required. And just being that way. That's called an emotional lift, where we lift ourselves from reacting to responding. We lift ourselves from being defensive, trying to portray something, to being just strong as we are. We don't have to prove everything all the time. You are what you are. Just be that. Just be that. That presence should speak enough. Some people focus on presence. Some people just have presence. Some people just have that presence. Like Swamiji has that presence, right? He doesn't need to say anything, doesn't need to do anything. He's just there, and it's so beautiful. So lift ourselves from that. The emotional lift. Now we come to the intellectual lift. What's the intellectual lift now? We're lifting ourselves from validation to values. What is one thing that we all tend to do? We all tend to seek validation. Everybody likes to be liked by somebody, appreciated, wanted, cared for, paid attention to. So we tend to do things to be liked by other people. Now, let me tell you something. This is a very dangerous thing because people's likes, they change. You have one friend, she tells you to drink almond milk. So you buy almond milk. Then after 3 weeks, she says, no, cashew milk is better. Then you buy cashew milk. Then after that, she says, forget about all this stuff. I want my A2 desi milk. It's changing and changing and changing. Now, if you're going to follow that friend, where are you going to be? Nowhere. Everybody's likes and dislikes keep changing. If we follow them, we'll go crazy. Then we want other people to like us. So one time we'll dress up, nice clothes, nice hair, makeup, everything, and we want people to like what we're wearing. So we're being quiet as we can. Nobody's noticing. So we tell people, your dress is so beautiful, hoping that she'll tell that my dress is also beautiful. She doesn't say anything. Why isn't she saying my dress is so beautiful? Because she has different likes. She has a different taste. Let her go. Let her be. Not everybody's going to like your beautiful dress. Right? People just have different likes. Not everybody's going to have the same style as you. Not everybody's going to like the kind of food you like or like your food. You don't like my food? Why don't you like my food? People have different tastes. Right? I have friends from all different backgrounds. And some of them love Indian food. Some of them say, oh, take that away from me. But I don't take any offense because they have different backgrounds, right? They have different tastes. It's okay. It's okay for people to have different likes, to have different dislikes. They don't all have to like us. Huh? At the end of the day, life is between you and Bhagwan. Does Bhagwan like you or not? That's what matters. Who cares what everybody else thinks? If Bhagwan likes us, and before we go to sleep, we can look Bhagwan in the eye and say, Bhagwan, are you pleased with me today? And if he says yes in those silent moments, then what else do you need? We don't need anybody else. So forget this, state of seeking validation, always wanting people to like this, or like my post, like my this, like my that. Forget all of that. Forget all of that, because that's making us so extrovert, making us want people to like us when our eyes shouldn't be on what people like and dislike. Our eyes should be on Bhagavan. We should not be looking at all of that. Choose our values over validation. What do I value as a person? Do I like myself? There are many people who have so many likes and so many people like them, but do they like themselves? No. So if we are following the path of values, if we are living that life of values, then we really don't need anybody's validation. We really don't need it. I was joking with some people that I was talking to about social media, right? Everybody's into social media, and everybody's taking so many pictures. There's 1,000 pictures on the phone. Who is going to look at all of those 1,000 pictures? Right? And we feel that we need to take a picture for everything. You're going out to eat, take a picture of the food. You're going out with your friend for a walk, take a picture of the walk. You're going out to do this, take a picture of this. When we were growing up, did we ever need to take a picture to have fun? When we were playing toys, did we ever tell our friends, wait, let's take a picture? No, we were just playing. There's constant obsessing over validation. Let's take a picture. Let's post it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Choose peace over posts. Just go out and have fun and forget about everybody else. Just choose peace. Have fun. Do your thing. And whatever the world does, let it do. It's none of your business. It's none of their business also what you do. And there's such a beauty in having a private life. Don't lose that beauty. Don't lose that beauty. When we have a public life, everybody knows what we're doing every moment. We're in too many people's eyes. When we have a private life, there's something so beautiful about it. You can just be who you are. So move away, lift ourselves from validation to values. Now we've seen, what was the physical lift from what? Pain to persistence. And who should we remember? Arunima Sinha. Emotional lift is? Reacting to response. Good. And intellectual lift is? From validation to values. Now what do you think is the spiritual lift? I'll give you a clue. There's no lift. Because in spirituality, it's a shift. You're already Atman. You don't need to lift. Nobody needs to lift. The jiva doesn't need to become lifted to become Atman. That uddharet in spirituality is a shift. You are that. You are already that. Even if you don't know you are that, you are that. That is a shift. It is letting go of our identification with that body, with that mind, with that intellect, with that ego, letting go of all of these limitations and understanding who we truly are. And all it is a shift. It's just a shift. That's why it's called jnanam. That's why it's called jnanam. It's not karma. The other three are karma. You lift. Right? This one is shift. This is a shift. This is that uddharit atmanatmanam. Having lifted, shifted ourselves, it says, na atmanam avasadayet. Don't lower yourself. Now look here. It doesn't mean don't fall. Huh? Because we know it's impossible not to fall. It means know how to fall. When you get on the plane, what do they tell you? This is your life vest in case the plane falls. Huh? Because we may fall. Right? So it's not that we won't fall. It is knowing how to fall. And one thing Gurudev said very, very beautifully is if we must fall, don't fall like a rock. Fall like a rubber ball. Fall in a way that we can get back up. There's a way of falling, right? When you're walking, you catch yourself. Right? You don't fall on your face. You don't fall flat. You catch yourself. So if we see that we are falling, whether we are shifting our identification to this jiva, or whether we are moving from our own values to validation, or we are moving from response to reaction, or moving from persistence to pain, then pick ourselves back right away. See that we're falling, and pick ourselves back right away. Falling is not a bad sign, because only those who have risen have fallen, right? If you didn't move, then hey, you're not going to fall. Huh? So if we're falling, it's okay. Absolutely okay. But it's just knowing how to fall and get back up. Saying, get back up, get back. And who can make ourselves get back up? Our minds, ourselves, because our mind is with us all the time. That's why, for the mind to be our best friend, everybody must have a fight song. Huh? I don't know what her name is. She came up with that song. This is my fight song, right? Turn on my light song, right? It's a good song. Everybody has to have a fight song. For some people, it's Hanuman Chalisa. For some people, it's Ai Giri Nandini Nandini, right? Have a fight song. Or a mantra, a shloka, a bhajan. Tonight, I want you to think of your fight song. That if I have to fall, okay, what is that that's going to make me get back up? What's going to be my fight song? Give me any fight song. But make it your fight song. And when you and I have this, then we can make the mind the best friend. It won't even come near being an enemy. It'll stay a friend. This is what it means to lift ourselves. This is what it means to love ourselves. And when we are pretty stable, then it becomes very, very easy to love everybody else. So today we'll stop here. More we will see tomorrow. Now in your books, we have allowed and assigned space for introspection and reflection. So please, before you sleep, write your key takeaways and answer the introspection questions. It's good that everybody has their own rooms so that you can really think about this. Take time to ponder over it. And take time in this retreat, because I don't know when we will have it again. Yeah? Think of your fight song. Okay? So we'll conclude the session with a prayer, and then we will move on to the next segment. Right? Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.